Welcome into Titan Stadium. It is Lee Summit West defending their home turf against the Staley Falcons. Lee Summit West comes into this game with a 2-4 record on the season. The sun has already fell here at Titan Stadium. We are into October, so Friday night football turns into all-night games. 80 degrees at the moment, a little muggy. So these players will definitely need to be hydrating throughout the game tonight. Coming into this game, the Staley Falcons are 1-4 on the season. Last week, Lee Summit West got a win over Ray-Pec at Ray-Pec by a score of 21-14. In that game, Chris Harris, the wide receiver, number 9, had an 85-yard touchdown. So look for him to play a role in tonight's game as well, as we are almost ready for kickoff here at Titan Stadium as the Titans put their helmets up to kick this one off. The kick is up and away, and this game is going. It will be returned by the Falcons. Working to the right, to the hash, to the 30, and brought down near the 35-yard line. And that is where the Falcons offense will take over. A week ago, Staley lost on the road at number 15, ranked on the 8-10 varsity top 25 to Liberty North by a score of 54-28. In that game, it was quarterback TJ Shanks, threw for 316 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's the 6'4 senior, number 15 for them. Look for him to play a big role in this game. My key for them on offense is to keep the ball in the air. So we got movement here early. There will be a flag. Looks like a possible offsides on the defense and possibly moving Staley forward to start this. And that is what it is. So look at the Titans to jump off sides there. And they'll be moving forward to start this game. So that'll make it 1st and 5 now from the 39-yard line. As I was saying, I expect the Falcons to keep the ball in the air this game. They have a couple of talented receivers. The receiver comes in motion here. Shanks takes the drop back. A lot of time looking deep. He's going to fire deep and just offline with his intended receiver. I believe he was trying to go to Andrew Gianova. Andrew Genova, another big player to talk about for them a week ago, had 4 catches for 158 yards and 2 touchdowns in their loss. So despite the loss, Genova looked impressive. Trying to get it to him here early in this one. Going to go 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. It's going to be a handoff up the middle for Colvin. Going to fight for the first down. It's going to be close, and they'll give it to him. A gain of about 6 on 3rd down. Excuse me, I believe it was 2nd down. So it sets up a fresh set of downs here for the Falcons as they'll speed things up here. It's going to be a handoff to Colvin. Once again, right up the middle. The big 6'2 running back is going to bounce it to the left and go down for a gain of around 7 yards on 1st down. Draven Colvin is 6'2", 199 pounds, a great power back for this Falcons offense. And they're utilizing him early. He's back-to-back carries. Gets him a 1st down and then a pickup of 8. They're going to mark it 2nd and 2. It's going to be right to him again. With a lot of positive yards to gain up to the 40-yard line on the inside zone. And it's going to be good enough for another Staley 1st down as they are moving on this first drive. They'll keep it with the no huddle. They like to go fast. They're going to go same formation, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tight end offset the left tackle. It's going to be a quick throw here by Shanks. He's going to hit his receiver who fights close to the 1st down. It was a quick curl route. TJ Shanks. You can see the number on that one. I believe that was to Genova. So Andrew Genova getting involved early in this game as well. Colvin will switch sides and line up on the left of Shanks. Shanks will hand it off to him once again up the middle. This time the Titans defense is ready as they'll stop him near the line to gain. It was 2nd and 1, and we will see. That is enough for a 1st down. So fresh set of downs once again for the Falcons. As this drive, they continue to just keep moving, but they'll slow it down here a little bit and huddle up. About the longest they've taken in between plays so far in this game. So 1st and 10 here. High snap over the head of Shanks. He's barely able to fall back on it. That could have been a huge loss for the Falcons if they turned the ball over there. Nonetheless, still a loss of around 10 yards. It was a high snap by the center. That's going to be Noah Cooper with the high snap. And TJ Shanks luckily to just get back on that one and keep it Falcons football. So 2nd and 21 now for Staley. A long ways to go. Receiver comes in motion. Shanks will run to his left, throw back to his right to the running back, who's got a lot of daylight to go. Gets one man down the sideline and pushed out of bounds. It looked like he might have had enough daylight to find the end zone. It was a little slip screen, a hard play action to the left, and Shanks is able to throw it back right to his running back, Colvin, who's able to make a few men miss. So a great start there by the Falcons, digging out of the 2nd and 21. Sets up for a 1st and goal now from the 9-yard line, and flags are flying before we even get going here. So offsides on the Titans, their 2nd offsides of this drive. They started the game with the first play of an offsides, and they'll find another offsides here. That'll move Staley up to now the 4-yard line with a chance to score here on this opening drive. Expect the handoff here to Colvin. They've gone to him a lot in short yardage, and that will be the call, but nowhere to go as he's met by a few Titans and then driven backwards. Tried to fight for more than I thought he was going to get initially on the handoff, but not enough for the touchdown, as that's going to set up a 3rd and goal from, I believe, around the 2-yard line. So what's the play call here by the Falcons and Coach Drew Hudgens? So it'll take a long time to talk about this one. Play clock down to 18. Hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Go 2 receivers to the left, tight end to the right. It's going to be I believe it was a wildcat there, and it was Colvin kept it himself. So the quarterback, even though he's in the backfield, didn't take the snap. It was a direct snap to Draven Colvin, the running back, but nowhere to go. I like the play call there, trying to catch the Titans off guard with something different, but no real estate. So 3rd and goal as this Titans defense looks to have a big stand here on the opening drive and hold Staley to hopefully only 3 points instead of 7. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. It's going to be once again to the Wildcat. Colvin reaching for the end zone. Does he have enough? Touchdown, Staley. Draven Colvin, number 33, the running back, with the touchdown on 3rd and goal. A 3-yard touchdown run. So we went to the Wildcat back-to-back plays. And this time able to find the end zone. It's going to make it 6-0 Staley over the Titans as they will attempt the extra point. It's going to be Dallas Frudenberger, the kicker, for Staley to put this one through. This one is up, and it is good. That'll make it 7-0 Staley over Lee Summit West here to start this game. A successful opening drive, and we'll be right back after this quick break on 810varsity.com.
Dad, don't forget about my new cleat.
Sweetie, kitchen feeling a little empty? How about your car? Go ahead, fill your cart or your tank. You're a Chopper shopper. Chopper shoppers earn points every time they shop at Price Chopper. Then they can choose how to spend them. Select from free items in the Price Chopper app and load them onto your card. Or save on fuel at Quick Trip. Get 25 cents off per gallon for every 500 rewards points. Become a Chopper shopper and start saving even more today.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium as they have fallen down 7-0 to start this game. The offense with a chance to answer as Staley gets ready to kick this one away back to the Titans here on a Friday night. Frudenberger with the kickoff for Staley. to return for the Titans. Tavion Sims, as the kick is up, and it's a good one. Back to the end zone and fielded, and it'll be just fair caught, and Titans will take the touchback. The last drive, it was Draven Colvin with a handful of carries, able to find the end zone on a 3rd and goal. It was a 4-yard touchdown run for him. Going back even further on that drive, the Falcons faced a 2nd and 21, and it was a hard play action where TJ Shanks, the quarterback, rolled out left and was able to throw back right to his running back, Draven Colvin, who was able to take it for around a 30-yard gain on the screen play. So a couple of huge plays there by Colvin, able to get Staley on the scoreboard on the first drive. So here comes the Titans offense, led by Dawson Edwards, the 6'5 junior. Alexander Duncan, I'm expecting to have a big game today. Staley has struggled to stop the run a lot this year, but it will be a play action on the first play of the game. Nowhere to go for Edwards, rolling back out to his left after the play action right, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's going to lose a handful of yards as that play was blown up before it even got going. So a loss of around 5 for the Titans. So not a good look to start the game off for Lee Summit West. You think on defense you start with the offsides and you move Staley's offense forward 5 yards, and then your offense gets on the field and you lose 5 yards. So definitely not the way they wanted to start this game. But what I was saying is I expect Alexander Duncan to have a big game today. The reason I say that is Staley's defense a week ago gave up 360 rushing yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. So I think that's got to be in the game plan, as they will go to Duncan here, who's got to run up the middle, a lot of space to work with, fighting back to around the line of scrimmage. Maybe they're going to give him one more. So a gain of around 6 yards should set up a 2nd and 9 for the Titans. As some substitutions are being made, Ben Wooden will check in. Ben Wooden's a 6 foot, 165-pound junior. He'll head up to the top of the screen. So 3rd down and 9 to go for the Titans. An early 3rd down they're going to face. Already down 7-0 in this one. Running back goes in motion. Edwards rolls out that way to the right. Looking downfield and throwing it. He's got a man open. It's going to be caught at the 50-yard line. Trying to stay up, and he does. To the 40, to the 30. Cuts back to his left. To the 20. Getting chased down from behind to the 10. And brought down at the 5-yard line is Chris Harris. Chris Harris with an impressive catch and run. Caught it around the 50-yard line and was lucky to even stay up. Then changes directions of the field and nothing but daylight for Harris, who's going to get all the way down to the 5-yard line. A huge answer on 3rd and 9 from the Lee Summit West Titans. Kind of reminiscent from a week ago. Chris Harris had a 85-yard touchdown catch against Ray Peck. Almost had a big one once again in this game, but brought up just short. Still hurried up here. Edwards and shotgun. Harris lined out to his right. Sims comes in motion. It will go to Sims on the jet sweep, trying to get the edge to the 10, to the pylon. What's the call here? They're going to mark him a yard short. The fans thought he had enough for a touchdown. It was definitely close. Trying to go to Tavion Sims. But they're going to mark him short. 2nd and goal. Half the distance to the goal for the Titans. Great play call there to get Sims the ball in motion on the jet sweep. Stepped out just in front of the pylon. But Sims will head to the top of the screen. Harris on the bottom. See if they'll call Alexander Duncan out of the backfield. And that's exactly what they'll do, is Duncan will fight forward and into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. That'll make the score Staley 7, Lee Summit West 6 with the extra point to follow. So the Titans answer back fairly quickly. They were facing a 3rd and 9, what looked like they were going to possibly stall out at their own 20-yard line to open this game up. But it was a huge connection. Dawson Edwards connecting with Chris Harris around an 80-yard completion, who was brought down at the 5-yard line, and then Alexander Duncan finishing it off with the 1-yard touchdown carry. The extra point is up, and it is good, as we are tied here now, 7 apiece at Titan Stadium. And we'll take a quick break and be right back after this.
Dad, don't forget about my new cleats.
Sweetie, I can't make it to Dick's.
How does this place make pizza that does that? Honestly, no idea. But I'm going to start looking into it one slice at a time. Buy one single topping pizza and get the second 50% off. It's not crazy. It's Casey's.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium. Lee Summit West just tied this game up at 7 apiece. It was Chris Harris with an 80-yard completion down to the 5-yard line on a 3rd and 9 in the opening drive for the Titans. And then Alexander Duncan with a 1-yard carry for the touchdown, tying this game up. So the Titans will kick it back to the Falcons. Both offenses have scored on their opening drives. We'll see if this will be an offensive night or not, as Staley will return here with room to work to the 30, bouncing it and getting pushed out and then slammed down out of bounds. No penalty, though, at around the 35-yard line. I think they'll mark him at the 33. And that's where Staley will take over. So TJ Shanks heads back out on the field. Their opening drive, it was a lot of Draven Colvin. Draven Colvin, the running back for the Falcons, number 33. 6'2", 200 pounds, power back for them. And with a lot of real estate to find on that opening drive on a screenplay, was a 2nd and 21. They'll go 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the bottom of the screen, and a tight end offset the right tackle. Colvin will line up directly behind Shanks, and it'll be a handoff to him, working to the right on a stretch, trying to find some space to work, and it'll be a gain of around 6. That'll set up a 2nd and 5, or excuse me, a gain of 4. Marked a little bit short from what I saw up in the booth. So it's going to be a 2nd and 6 now for the Falcons. The Falcons definitely like to stay in this hurry-up offense. It's going to be quick, fast-paced offense, trying to catch the Titans' defense on their heels. They'll go right back to Colvin up the middle. This time, not as much real estate. It'll be a gain of around 3 and set up 3rd down. Hurry-up offenses can definitely work against defenses who aren't disciplined. You can find them not in the right coverage, not set, not ready for the play. And the Falcons are already at the line of scrimmage, but it seems to be they'll hurry it up on 1st and 2nd down and kind of slow it down on 3rd down to make sure they don't mess anything up. As they run to the line of scrimmage, they're going to go 2 receivers to the left, tight end to the right. It's going to be once again, wildcat to Colvin, but this time blown up at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards by the Titans defense. A big play from the Titans defense will make it a 4th and 3. They went to Draven Colvin on the goal line and wildcat 2 times in a row. The first time, similar to this play, was stuffed at the line of scrimmage, but on the 2nd attempt was able to get a touchdown. So expect to see a lot of the wildcat out of Staley tonight, as they've shown it already a handful of times early in this game. It was A.J. Fan, the middle linebacker, the senior for the Titans, who came up with the tackle there on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down. So the Falcons, for the first time in this game between either team, will punt it away. Low snap, handled well by the punter. Will be returned by the Titans. He muffs it, though. Was he able to get back on it? I'm not sure. And they say he will get back on it, and it will be Titans football. So almost a dangerous play there by Lee Summit West. I believe that was Sims, the return man. Tavion Sims is definitely a gadget player for Lee Summit West. They like to use him on kick and punt returns. You'll see him in the backfield occasionally, but more often than not, his home is out at wide receiver. He had the jet sweep on the opening drive for the Titans when it was 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line and almost scored. They marked him out half the distance to the goal. So trouble with the punt there, but we'll see if they can get things back and rolling. Titans will line up 2 to the far right as the officials are talking about something here. I believe it was maybe a player had dropped a towel and the official was just giving it back to him. So we're back. 1st and 10 for this Titans offense. Dawson Edwards at the helm. Receiver comes in motion. They'll give it to him. Working to the right, it's going to be Harris again with a lot of room to work with, to the 40, to the 50, and pushed out of bounds. Right back to Chris Harris, who had the 80-yard completion, or reception, on the opening drive. This time in a similar role of what Tavion Sims did on the 2nd and goal with the jet sweep. A lot of real estate to work with. But that'll be a quick 1st down for the Titans on their 2nd drive of the game. I'll go 2 receivers to the left. 1 to the right. They're going to actually go 2 in the backfield here. going to be a handoff, a keeper play action. Edwards takes a big hit, but is that going to say a backwards pass? And they're going to call it incomplete. So the player lost a helmet there. He'll have to come off the field and take a play out. Going to be number 54, Noah Patton, who lost his helmet. High school rules: if the player loses a helmet, they got to take one play off. Make sure that helmet is nice and tight for the next play. Titans continue to do substitutions here, as Ben Wooden will check out. Looks like he'll have Sims and Harris to the top of the screen. With Duncan behind Edwards. Will be another play action roll out to the left. Looking downfield, he's going to throw it deep downfield to Harris, but it's going to be overthrown. Trying to go to Harris on a deep corner route, but just missed him. So that's going to set up a 3rd and 10 now for the Titans. Some more substitutions are happening. They kind of came out in a heavy set there. An extra offensive lineman and a tight end, but nowhere to go with the overthrown pass. Not to mention on that play, once again, not only was it overthrown, but Harris was double covered, so tough play to make there. Tough throw by Edwards to try to make. Just lucky it wasn't intercepted. Another play action rolling out left. Looking downfield, and he's going to throw it and find his man who's open up the sticks, and then some off to the races to the 30, to the 20. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Titans. They'll take the lead. It's Tavion Sims. We've already talked about him a handful of times in this game, and there he is getting introduced into this game as he finds the end zone. He came up short on the first drive. Not this time. He wouldn't be denied. A lot of speed, and I don't think there's very many players on either side of the field that's going to catch up with Tavion Sims. It was Edwards rolling out to his left like he likes to. Found Sims just sitting all alone by himself at the first down marker. Sims caught it, turned around, and there was no one within 10 yards of him. He was able to just burn everyone to the end zone. As the extra point is up and good, and that'll make the score now Lee's Summit West Titans 14, Staley Falcons 7. And we'll be right back after this.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Woo! Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the point.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, 'cause it all gives you more with Whataburger Rewards.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium as Lee Summit West was able to go on top their last drive 14-7. It was a 3rd and 10 for the Titans. They were able to hit Tavion Sims, their gadget player, on just a quick little 10-yard curl route. He caught it and was off to the races, and no one was catching him. It was a 45-yard touchdown. This kick is off and away. Staley will try to answer the touchdown. They'll work up to the 20-yard line, to the 30, with a lot of blockers in front of him, and pushed out and tackled it around the 40-yard line. We'll see where the officials mark him. So TJ Shanks will come back out. I'm surprised in a way. Shanks has shown his arm talent a lot this season, but hasn't had a lot of opportunities to throw the ball early in this one. It's been a lot of Colvin, the running back, who's talented in his own right, but just surprised we haven't seen Shanks throw it a lot more, especially when you look at guys like Andrew Genova. A week ago we talked about it with 150-plus receiving yards. So you got to think they're going to start throwing the ball eventually. Now down by 7. We'll see if they'll open up the offense a little bit. Receiver comes in motion, and Shanks drops back. He'll go to the receiver that came in motion, and there'll be a gain of around 7 yards on first down. And there's the guy we were just talking about, Genova, with the catch. Staley, like I said, I expect him to open it up on this drive. It's been a lot of running it, maybe just trying to test the waters and see possibly something they saw while watching film for this game. Maybe they thought coming into this game they could run the ball and kind of just manage the game. And if that's the game plan, that's the game plan. Don't go away from it only down by 7, but I would like to see Shanks get going a little bit with his arm. The receiver, actually, the tight end will go to the top of the screen, and then a flag will be thrown. It's going to be a false start on the Falcons. So that's going to back him up 5, taking away the 6-yard completion. It's going to set up now a 2nd and 9 for Staley. Not what you wanted to see if you're a Falcons fan. So 2nd and 9 now. Colvin will line up to the right of Shanks. See if they'll go to him on 2nd and 9. 3 receivers to the right. Shanks takes the drop back. It's going to be a screen to Colvin, who's going to catch it. Last time he ran a screen, it went for a lot more than this time because the Titans were able to read it a lot better. With nowhere to go. And that's going to now make it 3rd and around 4 yards. Excuse me, that was Joey Berg, the tight end, on the screen there. As the backup running back has checked into the game for the Titans. They go 2 receivers to the right. Tight end goes in motion, lines up behind the right tackle now. Offset. Ballou will line up to the left of Shanks. Shanks drops back, rolling to his right. He's going to keep it himself and then brought down from behind on 3rd and 4. TJ Shanks thought he saw daylight enough to get the first down, but unexpectedly brought down from behind by the Titans defense. So that's going to set up a 4th and 4, and it looks like they're going to make the risky call and go for it on their own 40-yard line. Already down 7 in this game, but maybe sensing a little bit of urgency here early in this game. We still have 2:15 to go in the first quarter. Now they're going to audible it and to go to a punt. So just trying to see the Titans maybe get a better field position here, but it's a bad punt. It was TJ Shanks, the quarterback. Old school there. You go back to 70s and 60s football, a lot of quarterbacks were the punter. This time a not great punt from TJ Shanks. So the Titans offense will take over with great field position around the 45-yard line. They've scored, they're 2 for 2 so far in this game, with Alexander Duncan getting a touchdown as well as Tavion Sims. But amongst all of that, it's been Chris Harris, who probably has the most yards for the Titans so far in this game, the wide receiver. So everything's been working for the Titans. We talked about it a week ago. Staley's defense gave up 56 points, or 54 points, excuse me, on the road at Liberty North. So a defense trying to find a bounce-back week here. But 0 for 2 so far. We'll see if the Falcons can find a stop this time. 2 receivers to the right for the Titans. It's going to be a handoff, a quarterback keeper. Looked like a couple of options there to hand the ball off for Dawson Edwards, but he decides to keep it himself with nowhere to go, as he's going to lose a handful of yards here on first down, setting up around a 2nd and 14. So now 14 yards to go for the Titans. We've seen that a few times out of Edwards this season on some of those multiple read options. You got a running back going to your right and to your left. You can kind of choose more often than not in the play design who you want to give the ball to. He decides to keep it himself, and like I've said a few times, we've seen him keep it himself with really nowhere to go. So definitely an area for them to work on. Sims comes in motion. They're going to give it to him again to the left, cutting up field, getting to the line of scrimmage, and then out of bounds just in front of it for a gain of around 5. It's going to set up a 3rd down now for the Titans. So the officials marked him out. They're actually going to mark him out right at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 for Lee Summit West. They faced a 3rd and 9 and scored a touchdown, or got the first down, and then they faced a 3rd and 10 and scored a touchdown to drive a go. Honestly, in a similar position on the field when they hit Tavion Sims for a 45-yard touchdown. So this Titans offense definitely has some plays in the playbook to get 3rd and longs. As they are looking like an interesting formation here. They're going to go extra tight end and fullback to the right. Edwards staying in the pocket, trying to find nowhere to go, but he's going to be brought down. A huge Falcon sack, nowhere to go. It looked like they brought in extra protection for him, but it still didn't work as Edwards went down, but there's a flag down on the play, and Edwards is limping to the sideline. I hope he's okay. Dawson Edwards is 6'5", so when he goes down, you're taking down a massive human being. You just got to hope he's okay as he hobbles to the sideline. We've seen him get banged up a few times this season, but he's been tough coming back into most games. We'll hope that's the case this time, and we'll see him back here shortly. But the Titans now forced to punt it away on a 4th and 23. So each defense getting big stops, but neither one of the offense is able to answer. The Titans will punt it away back to the Falcons. So Edwards is being tended to on the sideline. As the punt, high snap handled well by the punter. The Falcons sent a lot of pressure, and the punt is a high spinning punt that bounces at the 50-yard line but takes a Titans bounce and rolls all the way to the 38-yard line. Excuse me, the 33-yard line. And that's where Shank and the Falcons will take over. The Falcons were able to score on their opening drive. After that, they've been 0 for 2. They punted it on their second drive and then turnover on downs on their third drive. But now 47 seconds to go in the first half here. We'll see if they'll run it and just take it to the end of the quarter, Line up 2 receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. As Shanks looks to the sideline. It'll be the handoff up the middle. Nowhere to go. It was a gain of just a couple here as A.J. Fain was able to bring him down near the line of scrimmage. I believe that was Colvin with the carry for the Falcons. As they'll definitely hurry things up here with 26 seconds in the first quarter. 2nd and 10. Excuse me, should be about a 2nd and 7. We'll go right back to Colvin, working to the left on a stretch, trying to fight for anywhere to go, but just nowhere to go once again. As he'll be stifled at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to set up a 3rd and 7 for the Falcons. So both defenses settling into this game, it looks like. It was fireworks early, but that'll end the first quarter. So when we come back after this break from sponsors, it'll be a 3rd and 7 for the Staley Falcons.
What's up, Auntie? Did you get the basketball shoes I need for tryouts this weekend?
Oh, dude,
It's okay.
I'm not going to be able to make it to Dick's this week.
You can just click on Dix.com.
Dicks.com. Dicks.com.
Hi, welcome to Dix.com.
Wow, they're beautiful.
Let's go shopping.
Are you kidding me? I'm in ball heaven. I like you. Look at all these cups. I really like you. I don't even live near water.
Whoa, these arrived so fast.
I know, right? You're about to get posterized. I'm going to shatter that
Come on, let's go.
Dicks.com.
I love the sound of someone getting their money's worth. I mean, where else are you going to get like that for 99 cents? Only in Casey's country. It's not crazy. It's Casey's. For a limited time, get medium fountain drinks for just 99 cents.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium as the Falcons are going to be facing a 3rd and 7 to kick off the second quarter. As they trail in this game 14-7. Take the drop back. Shanks looking downfield. He's going to throw it. He's got a man open. Caught at the 50-yard line and then down at around the 45. So a huge play there on 3rd and 7. It's going to be Kavion Roberts, number 18, the 5'9 junior, with the pickup on 3rd and 7. So it's going to set up 1st and 10. They're going to hurry things up here. G.J. Shanks looking to the sideline, getting the play. Low snap, bad snap. I think it was even an unexpected snap, but Shanks able to pick it up off the ground and fall forward. So definitely a miscommunication there between him and his center. Noah Cooper and Shanks just not on the right page there. It's going to set up a 2nd and 8. So what could have been a horrible play still ended up in a gain of 2 for the Falcons. Yeah, it almost looked like Cooper just dropped the ball and it rolled backwards. It had no spin on it or anything. So crisis averted there for the Falcons. This time the snap's better. Look, to be a handoff to Colvin up the middle. Fighting near the 40-yard line. They're going to mark him just a yard short. That's going to make it 3rd and around 5 to go now for the Falcons. So another quick 3rd down for the Falcons. TJ Shanks, very easy to spot on the field with his bright lime green, Staley green, you could call it, cleats. Although on camera you might not be able to tell, but Staley does have a bright green color they like to wear a lot more at home than on the road here, and they're all whites. But his green cleats kind of shows you the shade of Staley, the green they normally rock. It's going to be a drop back. Shanks looking to his right. That's going to be intercepted by the Titans, trying to go to his favorite target, Andrew Genova, but intercepted by Amari Perkins. A huge interception there by number 11, Amari Perkins. It was just a quick comeback route there by Genova, and Shanks sees him open. He throws it, but just the pass kind of floated, and it just kind of looked like Perkins was almost daring him to throw that pass, able to run and jump it. So a big turnover there. We'll give the Titans the ball back at the 40-yard line. Already up 14-7. You can feel the momentum shifting back towards the Titans in this one. They have the lead. They have the ball. And they just had a huge interception on defense. Shanks last week threw for 3 touchdowns and no interceptions against Liberty North, who's considered one of the better teams in the Metro. So an unfamiliar mistake there by TJ Shank. This time it's going to be a handoff to Alexander Duncan up the middle with nowhere to go. Staley really struggled stopping the run throughout this season, and Alexander Duncan is one of those players that can make you pay at any time and any down. We've seen him all season take 70-yard touchdown runs, 30-yard touchdown runs, screens for touchdowns. It doesn't really matter where you're at on the field. Duncan is always a threat to score. And just knowing how much the Falcons have struggled stopping the run this year, you would expect to see him getting a few more carries than he has so far in this one. But nonetheless, they still find themselves up 14-7. It's going to be a hard play action. The linebacker didn't bite on it, and it's going to be in and out of the tight end's hand there for the Titans. And it's going to be incomplete. It's going to make it 3rd and 10 now. So they get the interception, but already facing a 3rd and 10 as this Staley defense is trying to help out their quarterback, TJ Shanks, and get him the ball back after the interception. The Titans get the play call in. They'll line up with 2 backs in the backfield. It's going to be Alexander Duncan to the right and Nehemiah Snipe to the left. Edwards drops back and throws this one deep down the field and just out of the reach of his receiver. Thought he got a hand on it, but not able to bring that one in. He was going right back to who's been his favorite target these last few weeks. That's Chris Harris. Just barely overthrew him. So it's going to be 4th and 10 and forced the Titans to punt this one away, just a few inches away from possibly being up 21-7, but not to be. Still a pretty good pass there from Dawson Edwards, really showing off that arm. But they're going to have to punt it away now on 4th and 10. So the Staley defense does what they need to, erasing the interception and any possible points that comes with it. This time a slow punt from the Titans almost got blocked, but it's going to be returned by the Staley and ran out of bounds around the 35-yard line. We've seen it all season with this Titans special teams unit. They've had a few punts blocked, and that time it was as close as you can probably get without having it blocked. So TJ Shanks will come back out onto the field. On their opening drive, they found a lot of success with their running back Colvin. But ever since that first drive, he's not had a lot of room to run. And the passing game hasn't really got going. They had right before the interception, they had Kavion Roberts on a 20-yard reception, and then the next play throws an interception. So Shanks possibly still settling into this game. So he'll go 2 receivers to his right. Low snap, handled well. Handed off up the middle, and nowhere to go. I believe that was Nick Ballou. Trying to find some yardage up the middle. It's going to make it 2nd and 9 now for the Falcons. They'll hurry things up as they have been doing the whole game. Tight end goes in motion and lines up behind the left tackle. Drop back from Shanks, looking downfield finds his man, Genova, for a short gain on second down. So 3rd and 4 for the Falcons now. It does look like TJ Shanks trying to get back on the right page with Genova. He was the intended target on the interception a drive ago, so this time able to complete a pass to him. 3rd and 4. 8 minutes to go, 8.5 minutes, excuse me. It's going to be a Wildcat to Colvin up the middle. They've done this a handful of times, but nowhere to go. As the Titans defense has honestly been all over this Wildcat formation, the Falcons keep pulling out. It's going to make it 4th and 3 now. We've seen them look like they're going to go for it from their own 40 earlier, and then TJ Shanks dropped back into the punt formation and punted it away. We'll see if they're just going to decide to go for it here or punt it away. As it looks like Colvin was possibly banged up on that last play, the starting running back for the Falcons, as he headed off to the sideline. So a big 4th and 3 here. As Staley's going to burn a timeout here and talk things over. And we'll be right back after this timeout break. I've been Cade Ricketts here on 810varsity.com.
At Price Chopper, we're always chopping prices. Just like we're always making it easier to grab already prepped fruits and veggies so you can have more time for the important things. For us, making sure we provide you with fresh produce at low prices is our priority, so you can rest easy knowing you're getting delicious triple-inspected produce that's fresh and affordable, no matter the season. For freshness, selection, and low prices, Kansas City knows. Price Chopper.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium here on a dark October night. Still in the first half, second quarter, 7 minutes, 50 seconds to go. The Falcons are trailing down 14-7 to the Titans on a big 4th and 3. They looked like they were going to go for it, but called the timeout, and this time they're going to send out the punting unit. So the Falcons will punt the ball away on 4th and 3 to the Titans. Good snap, handled well by the punter. Not a great punt to the right. A lot of spin on this, but we'll take a Falcons-friendly roll as the players will wait to grab it and touch it down at around the 31-yard line. And that's where the Titans will take back over. So we've seen a couple of players banged up in this game so far by both teams. Edwards, the quarterback for the Titans, took a big hit near the end of the first quarter on a sack. And then just a drive ago, we saw Draven Colvin go down for the Falcons. But Dawson Edwards remained in the game. Like I'd said, he's a tough cracker. He's been hit a couple of times, and he seems to always find his way back out on the football field. Look him out, one receiver to the top, one to the bottom. Duncan in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to him. Working up the middle, fighting for extra yardage, and brought down by a handful of Staley defensive linemen. That'll set up a 2nd and 5 now for the Titans. Excuse me, 2nd and 6. Sims will head to the right. Chris Harris down to the bottom of the screen on this 2nd and 6. Duncan will remain in the game after the carry. We'll see if they'll call his number again. So 2nd and 6 from the 35-yard line. They will hand it off to Duncan this time with a lot of space and a lot of speed. Makes one man miss to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, and he is going to stroll in for a Titans touchdown. Alexander Duncan with a long touchdown run. He had to make one man miss, but great blocking up front from that Titans offensive line as he was able to shoot through the hole at full speed and never look back. We talked about it. Alexander Duncan can hurt you at any point in this game, and he showed it off right there. He runs like a power back, but he does have a lot of speed. So a big touchdown there will set up a 20-7 lead now for the Titans with the extra point. And it is up and good as Lee Summit West will jump out in front now 21-7 over the Staley Falcons. We'll take a quick break and hear from our sponsors and be right back after this on 810varsity.com. Welcome back to Titan Stadium. Alexander Duncan able to find the end zone for the second time tonight. Was a 65-yard touchdown run from Duncan. Was an inside zone right up the middle. He shot right between the guard and the tackle and was off to the races, finding the corner of the end zone as he just outran everyone on the field. The kickoff to the Falcons is returned to the 20, to the 30, and brought down actually just in front of the 30 around the 28-yard line, and that is where Staley will take over. Staley's offense has stalled out a handful of times so far in this game, but now find themselves down 21-7 with 6:40 to go in the second quarter. A touchdown would go a long way to getting them back into this game, cutting it back into a one-possession football game for the Falcons. But ever since that opening drive, there has been really a big goose egg on the scoreboard for the Staley Falcons. They found the end zone. They always say a coach's first 10 plays are his best plays because those are the plays, your scripted plays, your opening drive, the plays you've been practicing all week. But once you get out of those scripted plays, how do you adjust to what the defense has done to what you did on offense? And so far, Staley has not been able to find an answer. As this time, TJ Shanks will take a quick snap and throw it at the feet of his receiver. So an incomplete pass will set up 2nd and 10 for the Falcons. As TJ Shanks definitely knows this is an important drive. The senior quarterback has been in these situations before. So they're going to go 5 wide here, and they're going to get, it looks like, a false start possibly on the offense. Shanks wants to say the Titans jumped off sides first, but we'll see how they call this. The officials will talk it over. If it is on the Titans, this could be set up a 2nd and 5 for the Falcons, which would definitely help their cause of trying to get a first down to start this drive after the incomplete pass. We'll see what they have to say. They're going to get it on the defense. So it's going to go against the Titans. They'll decline the penalty, and that'll set up a 2nd and 10. So we'll redo everything. So 2nd and 10. They'll go 5 wide again, it looks like. Excuse me, no, they're not. They'll go 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. I was curious what they're going to go out of that 5 wide, but they're going to get out of it. Titans showing pressure in that Mike blitz. They'll send it. Screenplay, great play design to the tight end, working to the 40, to the 50, and then shoved out of bounds near the 40-yard line. That's the tight end, Joey Berg, number 19. A great play call there. We talked about it. We said it. The Titans were showing that pressure, that Mike blitz look. All the linebackers down at the line of scrimmage. A great counter to that is a screen. You got everyone running downhill trying to get the sack, and the quarterback just drops back and finds his wide-open man. So a great counter play call there by the Falcons. Set up a 1st and 10 now near the 40-yard line for the Titans. Alexander Duncan is not in this game. It will be a handoff up the middle to the 40, to the 30, off to the races and tackled down near the 20-yard line for Nick Bauer. So the Falcons able to find positive yards there. Excuse me, that's Nick Ballou checking into the game for Colvin. Go 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Berg goes in motion and lines up behind the right tackle. It'll be a handoff to the running back once again to the 20, to the 10, and he's going to stroll into the end zone for a touchdown. Was an outside zone play. Really well blocked there by the Staley offensive line. And Nick Ballou will stroll into the end zone. That will cut this lead back now to only 8 at the moment with the extra point to follow. So the Falcons able to find some life on offense. It was Ballou with a great carry the play before, and then that time just finishing off the drive, getting the touchdown he deserved. As the extra point is up, and it is good. That will now cut the game to 21-14. Still Lee Summit West, and we'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
Kitchen feeling a little empty? How about your car? Go ahead, fill your cart or your tank. You're a chopper shopper. Chopper shoppers earn points every time they shop at Price Chopper. Then they can choose how to spend them. Select from free items in the Price Chopper app and load them onto your card. Or save on fuel at Quick Trip. Get 25 cents off per gallon for every 500 rewards points. Become a chopper shopper and start saving even more today.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium. As the Falcons just scored a touchdown a drive ago, it was Ballou with 2 carries back-to-back, racking up over 50 yards and a touchdown. As Frudenberg with the kickoff. And this one will go out of bounds, which will draw a flag. You can't kick the ball out of bounds at any level of football on a kickoff. So that'll give the Titans favorable field position to start here when you only have, well, still 5.5 minutes to go. So still quite enough time here for the Titans to put a drive together and answer back the touchdown that was just scored against them before halftime. But a huge blow to the Staley offense, losing Colvin, their starting running back, the 6'2 junior, who got injured on the drive before the touchdown and wasn't out there for that last drive. We'll see if they can get him back out here. It was a 3rd and 4 for him. He took it on a wildcat, which they like to run with him, and he got tackled kind of awkwardly below the waist and limped off the field. But in his absence, Ballou, the backup running back, was able to find a touchdown and 2 really good runs. So some life injected back into the Staley sideline, and the Titans will try to stop this momentum. 2 receivers to the left for Edwards. So he'll drop back and look downfield. He's going to throw it deep. That's going to be to Sims and just over his head. Tavion Sims with a deep post route, and a flag was down. This might be a late hit on the quarterback. As I scan back down the field after the long pass from Dawson Edwards, he's getting up off the ground near the flag. We'll see what the officials say. The Titans already starting this drive after the illegal kick at their 35-yard line. We'll see if they'll add anything more to it. They're actually going to go a face mask against the Titans, so this will hurt them and move them back. No number on the face mask, but not a good penalty to start the drive off, and that'll make it now 1st and 15 for the Titans. Tavion Sims was able to find a 40-yard touchdown earlier in the game after catching a 10-yard pass and then taking off to the races and finding the end zone. They just went back to him in double coverage. He was able to outrun his coverage, but Edwards still not able to connect with him on the deep ball. So 1st and 15 for the Titans. 2 receivers to the left. Be a fake handoff to Snipes. Looking back to Snipes on a screen play. Snipes with a lot of real estate to work with to the 40. And then hitting the ball, pops all the way up in the air. I believe a Titan was able to get that one. You don't see that very often. It was Nehemiah Snipe, the second-string running back, on the screenplay. Edwards sold the screen well, rolling out to his left and jumping as he threw back to his right. But Snipe took a big hit, and the ball popped straight up in the air. As there's a player slow to get up here, I still can't make out what team he's for. It looks to believe it's a Staley player who's slow to get up here. As the officials are setting up and see if they're able to help him off the field. I hope he's okay. I can't quite make out a number on the far side of the field here, but they're able to help him off the field as he is able to walk off the field under his own power, which is a good thing to see. As the Titans offense will take the field. I think the players were thinking there's going to be an injury timeout, and they never really took an injury timeout as the officials are getting upset with the coaches for letting their players take a moment there during the game. So, second down, they're going to mark him a yard shy of the first down where the fumble occurred. He had the first down, I believe, in the ball when he fumbled it, popped backwards. But that thing must have went 4 or 5 feet up in the air. You just don't see that very often. It's been Wooded. Lines up to the bottom of your screen all alone. Edwards takes the high snap, lucky to just get his hand on that one, and then kind of panicked and tried to hand it off to Duncan. Obviously wasn't the play design, and Edwards will go down, losing a yard. So that's going to make it 3rd and 2 now. So 3rd and 1, it was a really high snap. Edwards, like I said, just lucky to even be able to corral that one, but they're going to lose yards. 3rd and 2. See if they'll just hand it off to Alexander Duncan here. As Sims comes in motion. Hard snap, trying to get the Falcons to jump off sides. As Sims will line up in the slot. It will be a handoff to Duncan on 3rd and 2. It's going to be really close. I don't believe he has enough for the first down. We'll see where the official marks him. He was definitely short, but kind of got spun around and thrown down right in front of the line to gain, and they are going to mark him short. So 4th and less than a yard to go. There's an interesting play call here from West. You find yourself up by 7 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go before half, and they will go for it as Edwards will line up and keep it himself and have enough for the first down. So the quarterback draw out of an I-form look for the Titans, able to power forward for the first down on 4th down. Still a risky play call there. You got to think you're only up 7 with 3 minutes to go. You don't get that 4th. You just turn the ball over on the 35, or at the 45, right back to the Falcons, who are only down by 7. So good thing they got the first down there. A risky call by Coach Horn, but it pays off. So 1st and 10 now for the Titans. As Edwards will fake the handoff, looking downfield and launch it downfield and over the heads of his receiver. Sims definitely was getting bumped around quite a bit downfield, but no penalty flag. Some of the fans here are upset looking for the flag. Sims even looking at the official, putting his hands up. But that'll set up a 2nd and 10. Some of the fans still upset here at Titan Stadium with the no flag there on the deep pass. Some substitutions happening for the Titans as they'll get into a new formation here on 2nd and 10. Edwards relaying the play to his offensive line. Receiver comes in motion. It's going to be Harris who takes it on the jet sweep, getting to the 50, to the 40, and then pushed out of bounds around the 40-yard line. But that will be enough for a Titans first down. So Chris Harris has done that a few times this game, but there is a late flag down. We'll see what this flag is, if it will erase the first down. Possibly a holding call against the Titans here. Sometimes on those jet sweeps, a long developing play that spends a lot of time in the backfield before it gets going just creates more time for a hold to occur. We'll see what the penalty call here is from the official. It's actually going to go against the Falcons. So the play will stand on the jet sweep to Chris Harris. So it will be a first down for the Titans as we are down to 2 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the first half. So they will move the Titans forward 15 yards. So a rough penalty there for the Falcons. Moves the Titans forward 15 yards, setting up a 1st and 10 from now the 25-yard line. Sims comes in motion, but it'll be a handoff up the middle to Duncan. Nowhere to go, running into the backs of his linemen. and brought down after a gain of around 3. So the Titans now facing a second and around 8. They're going to hurry it up and hand it off right back to Duncan, fighting for extra yards, shaking to the right and still fighting forward. He got by the initial stop and ran through a Falcon. And a first down now will move the Sticks as they are in the red zone on the 15-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line, still 5 yards to get another first down to set up a 1st and goal here. Edwards takes it. There's a flag down, rolls out right, and throws it. But the flag is down. We'll see what the flag is against the Titans. So the second flag in a handful of plays here. Haven't been a lot of flags in this game so far. Been a fairly clean game by both teams here. So just a couple of late flags as we push closer to halftime. As this one will go against the Titans and back them up. So they'll go. Receiver in motion here is going to be Sims working into the slot. Edwards takes the snap, hands it off. That's going to be sniped to the right, bouncing it further right, and then brought down from behind, not getting around the initial linebacker. That's going to be number 3, Joe Samble, the senior linebacker for Staley, with a great one-on-one tackle there against Nehemiah Snipe. There's another flag was down on that play. Like I said, it had been a fairly clean game, but now almost 3 penalties in just as many plays. This time going against the Falcons on an offsides. So it's still haven't marked as 2nd and 10. We'll see as they move things around here what the actual down will be and where the Titans will line up. So 2nd and 5, so just a 5-yard penalty on the offsides against the Falcons. 1:47 still to go before halftime. So we'll see if Staley starts burning some of their timeouts. As Duncan lined off to the left of Edwards. It's going to be a handoff to Duncan, but nowhere to go as he is brought down immediately. Must have been a missed blocking assignment up front as Edwards was met in the backfield instantly by Kellen Vega. So 3rd and 5 now for the Titans. You know, a couple of things. If they're able to find a touchdown here, that would be good. I was going to say they could run some time off, but they're going to take a timeout. And with that timeout, we're going to take a quick break and be right back with this 3rd and 5 before half here on 810varsity.com.
At Price Chopper, we're always chopping prices. Just like we're always making it easier to grab already prepped fruits and veggies so you can have more time for the important things. For us, making sure we provide you with fresh produce at low prices is our priority, so you can rest easy knowing you're getting delicious triple-inspected produce that's fresh and affordable, no matter the season. For freshness, selection, and low prices, Kansas City knows. Price Chopper.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium. It is a 3rd and 5 for Lee Summit West right before half. We'll see what the play call here is from Coach Horn on this big 3rd and 5, only up 21-14. It's going to be a handoff to Duncan, fighting up the middle and getting close to the line of gain. Looks like the right side judge has him marked just short. So it's going to set up a 4th and 2 for the Titans, and the coaches are already calling for the field goal, I believe. As we're down to 51 seconds. So 4th and 2. Under a minute to go here before halftime. As it looks like they're going for it on 4th and 2, and there's going to be a timeout by Staley. Edwards lined up in the power formation, going for the quarterback draw, trying to work up the middle. So earlier in the game, they had a 4th and 2, and it was the same formation, same look there out of Coach Horn as Dawson Edwards lined up in the power and took it himself on the quarterback keeper and was able to pick it up. This time, Staley said, hold on a minute, and burns a timeout to talk about this. As Dawson Edwards is the 6'5", 225-pound quarterback, he's able to power forward and run through defensemen. But still, 4th and 2, you got to think 21-14. If you're even able to settle the field goal here, would still make it a 2-possession game. And a game where your offense has looked successful at times, where your defense has done enough to get stops and give you the lead. Going for it now on 4th and 2, if you're unsuccessful, you give the momentum back to Staley going into halftime, even though they're losing, because they know they just got this big stop. They know they just held you off the scoreboard. Settling for the field goal makes it a 10-point game, makes it a 2-possession game. But nonetheless, it looks like they were going to go for it. Now, out of the timeout, we've seen this before. Coaches changed their mind. But the Titans talking about a lot here. I'd be surprised to, after this long conversation, to just kick the field goal. As Edwards in the offense does come back out onto the field in 4th and 2 with 39 seconds to go in this game. So the play call, we got to see it develop while the timeout was happening. As the officials are stopping it once again. Something to talk about here. During that timeout, the coach for Staley, I can't make out who it was, but was definitely upset with the officials. I don't know if it was the head coach or an assistant coach, but the coaching staff for Staley upset with some of these late penalties that have gone against them to close out the first half. So 4th and 2. I feel like we've been on this 4th and 2 for 10 minutes, but it's a big play in this game. The Titans trying to go up 28-14. Edwards gets under center, comes in motion. It's going to be a handoff to a triple option back to Harris, who throws it to Edwards for the touchdown. A Philly special for the Titans. Edwards handed it off on the jet sweep to Tavion Sims, who looked like he had nowhere to go, but then laterals it back to Chris Harris, who's able to throw the ball to Dawson Edwards in the corner of the end zone for a Titans touchdown. A really impressive play call there and gutsy play call out of Coach Horn. Results in a Titans touchdown. Seeing a play of that design at the high school level is just very impressive. One of the most impressive play calls I've seen all season out of this Titans offense. As the extra point is up, and it is good, making this game 28-14 with 35 seconds to go. So as we let that touchdown sink in and that play sink in, we're going to take a quick break and hear from the ads here on 810varsity.com.
What's up, Auntie? Did you get the basketball shoes I need for tryouts this weekend?
Oh, dude,
It's okay.
I'm not going to be able to make it to Dick's this week.
You can just click on Dix.com.
Dicks.com. Dicks.com.
Hi, welcome to Dix.com.
Wow, they're beautiful.
Let's go shopping.
Are you kidding me? I'm in ball heaven. I like you. Look at all these cups. I really like you. I don't even live near water.
Whoa, these arrived so fast.
I know, right? You're about to get posterized. I'm going to shatter that glass.
Let's go.
Dicks.com.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium, as the Titans just extended their lead to 14 as they lead 28-14 over the Staley Falcons. It was a crazy play for the touchdown on a 4th and 2. If you've ever seen the Philly special with Dawson Edwards getting the touchdown, some trouble fielding the kick return here, but the Falcons able to pick it up and run to around the 30-yard line, 27, I believe, is where he went out. So 30 seconds to go here before half. We'll see if Staley decides to do anything here, down 20 or down 14, or just run the ball or knee it to halftime. Staley did get the ball first to start this game, so Titans up 28-14 will get the ball out of halftime. Falcons were able to score on that opening drive, but only able to score one time since then, as their offense has stuttered and struggled at times. We'll go 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and a 5-wide look with TJ Shanks dropping back and looking deep downfield, and he's going to be brought down for the sack. So sometimes when you spread things out like that and you're trying to go deep, the defensive lineman can kind of get an intuition of you're definitely throwing the football here. They're going to pin those ears back and get after you. And that's exactly what happened on that play. The Titans will get a sack, and we'll see if that will just do it and take it into half as the clock rolls down. There won't be another player as the Falcons head off or hurry up to the – they're trying to try to get another playoff here, but it's not going to happen. As that'll end the first half. Lee Summit West Titans 28, Staley Falcons 14, and we're going to take a quick halftime break here on 810varsity.com. We'll take a quick message from our sponsors and then show you the halftime festivities.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Woo! Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the points.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, 'cause it all gives you more with Whataburger Rewards.
Kitchen feeling a little empty? How about your car? Go ahead, fill your cart or your tank. You're a Chopper shopper. Chopper shoppers earn points every time they shop at Price Chopper. Then they can choose how to spend them. Select from free items in the Price Chopper app and load them onto your card. Or save on fuel at Quick Trip. Get 25 cents off per gallon for every 500 rewards points. Become a Chopper shopper and start saving even more today.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium as we are almost prepared to kick off the second half of football here with Lee Summit West up 28-14 over the Staley Falcons. The Titans will get the ball to receive the second half. Staley, with their opening drive of the game, got the ball first and marched down the field and found a touchdown. It was Colvin, the running back, who exited the game late in the second quarter, who scored that opening drive touchdown for the Falcons. So we'll see if the Titans can do the same thing with their opening drive of the second half and find the touchdown. Already up by 14 with a big opportunity to extend on their lead and possibly put the Falcons in the rearview mirror. Their offense has been clicking, and the kick is up and it is away. Looks like Harris will be the return man, taking it back across the field to the 10, to the 20, not quite, pushed out around the 17-yard line. So that is where the Titans will take over. Chris Harris has had a few big plays in this game already, trying to find any amount of daylight on that kick return, just not to be. So 1st and 10 is Dawson Edwards will come into the game. 2 weeks ago here at Titan Stadium, Dawson Edwards played the first half and exited and didn't play the second half after an injury. In this game, he was hit hard earlier in the first quarter, but didn't miss any time. He limped off the field. It looked like he might have really hurt himself. So good to see Edwards. He's been banged up a handful of times in the last few weeks, but still starting at quarterback for Lee Summit West and staying in these games. As Duncan will line up behind him. 1st and 10. So the penalty will be thrown before this play gets going. Possible false start on the Titans. And that's exactly what the play call is. So false start on the Titans. Similar to how they started their first offensive drive of the first half with a false start, they'll start their first drive of the second half with a false start as well. But on their opening drive, the Titans are also able to answer back with a touchdown and tying the game up at 7. So the Titans, after these penalties, have been able to find ways around them. It will be a handoff to Duncan up the middle, breaking through the first line of defenders and then getting pushed down after a gain of around 3 yards. Alexander Duncan had a 65-yard touchdown run in the first half, trying to do the same in the second half as there's an injured Falcon down. As players are immediately waving over for physical or athletic trainers to attend to him as Staley will check out their injured player, hoping he's okay. Looks like possibly number 9 trying to make it out. Trying to make out the number here, but never good when a player goes down. It's going to be number 8, I believe. So, it might be Demarion Dixon. He's been the receiver. If it's number 9, that'd be Carson Feathery, but hoping he's okay. We're going to take a quick break and send it to an ad here during this injury timeout and be right back on 810varsity.com.
What's up, Auntie? Did you get the basketball shoes I need for tryouts this weekend?
Oh, dude,
It's okay.
I'm not going to be able to make it to Dick's this week.
You can just click on Dix.com.
Dicks.com. Dicks.com.
Hi, welcome to Dix.com.
Wow, they're beautiful.
Let's go shopping.
Are you kidding me? I'm in ball heaven. I like you. Look at all these cups. I really like you. I don't even live near water.
Whoa, these arrived so fast.
I know, right? You're about to get posterized. I'm going to shatter that glass.
Let's go.
Dicks.com.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium as the injured Falcon was able to be helped off to the sideline. Looks like he was struggling to put any kind of pressure down on his right leg, so hoping he's okay. As the game will continue, it's going to be a 2nd and 13 for the Titans now. They're going to line up with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and a tight end offset the right tackle. As the play clock will wind now, the official was just getting the clock going after the injury timeout. Sims comes in motion. It's going to be a jet sweep. He's going to go to a triple option once again. Who's going to pass it back to Dawson Edwards after going to Harris, who goes back to Sims and able to find a space up to the 30, to the 40, and then tripped and tackled down by his shoelace at the 45-yard line. So that's a lot to break down. It was an initial jet sweep to Sims, who then tossed it back to Harris, who then pitched it back to Dawson Edwards, the quarterback, who then threw it back to the initial jet sweep candidate, Tavion Sims, who then works his way up the sideline for around a 35-yard gain. So 1st and 10 now for the Titans, as they have been running a lot of these multiple option plays in the backfield, and Staley's defense just really has no answer. Going to be a handoff up the middle to Duncan, fighting to around the 51-yard line, a gain of 4 or 5 there for Alexander Duncan. Should make it 2nd and 6 for the Titans. Titans will hurry to the line of scrimmage, possibly another handoff to Duncan, and it will be. With a lot of space and enough for the first down. So Duncan with another good run, 4 on first down, 7 on second down, and good enough for a first down. So 1st and 10 now for the Titans. Duncan will remain in the game after a handful of carries. Looks like Sims in the slot to the left. High snap handled well by Edwards, who's going to hand it off to Duncan for his 3rd carry in a row. This time, nowhere to go as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage and gain possibly a yard on first down. So it's going to set up a 2nd and 9 for Lee Summit West. It's Edwards looking to the sideline, getting the play call. 2nd and 9. Sims will move to the right with Harris. Ben Wooden alone at the bottom of the screen. At the 43-yard line. Duncan lined up behind Edwards. Edwards takes a snap, fakes the handoff to the right, rolls out left under pressure and launches it deep downfield, has a man open, and bounced off of the hands of the corner and caught for a touchdown by Chris Harris. It looks like it was going to be intercepted by the Falcons, but ricochets off the defender and then caught by Chris Harris for an impressive ball tracking touchdown out of the wide receiver. Also a really good throw there from Dawson Edwards, launching it deep downfield for the touchdown under pressure. So this Titans offense was one of their most impressive games they've had all season, extend their lead to 34-14 over the Staley Falcons with the extra point to follow. And the extra point is up, and it is good. So 35-14, the Titans lead the Falcons. And with that, we're going to take a quick break and hear from our sponsors here on 810varsity.com.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Woo! Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the points.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, 'cause it all gives you more with Whataburger Rewards.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium as Lee Summit West just extended their lead as they now are on top 35-14 over the Falcons. It was a 34-yard touchdown. Dawson Edwards connecting with Chris Harris, who's already found the end zone once this game. So Chris Harris with another impressive week. A week ago had the 85-yard touchdown, had an 80-yard reception earlier in the first half, and now getting the touchdown on the 43-yard reception. So over 100 receiving yards for Chris Harris. Also had a few really good bubble screens and jet sweeps. So Harris having a very productive night for the Titans. The kick is off and it will be fielded by the Falcons as he will fall down, and you're down when your knee hits the ground, so he'll be down at the 20-yard line, not able to get his footing after catching the kickoff. So this Titans defense will take the field for the first time in the second half with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Something they haven't had a lot this year is a lead. Usually the Titans find themselves either trailing or in a really tight contest. Only 2-4 on the season, looking to improve to 3-4. Last week picked up a win over Ray Peck on the road, 21-14. So this would be back-to-back wins for the Titans for the first time this season, and their first time they've gotten back-to-back wins since early last year after they had an 8-0 start. Handoff up the middle for the Falcons. The Falcons looking to answer back there, down by quite a bit, trying to get back into this game. down by 21 points. There's going to be another injured Falcon down on the field after that run by Ballou. So with that, we're going to take a quick injury timeout and be back here on 810varsity.com.
Kitchen feeling a little empty? How about your car? Go ahead, fill your cart or your tank. You're a chopper shopper. Chopper shoppers earn points every time they shop at Price Chopper. Then they can choose how to spend them. Select from free items in the Price Chopper app and load them onto your card. Or save on fuel at Quick Trip. Get 25 cents off per gallon for every 500 rewards points. Become a chopper shopper and start saving even more today.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium. It was Camden Collins, the right tackle for Staley, that was injured on that play, able to run off the field under his own power, so always good to see that. But so Staley will set up with a 2nd and 6. It's going to be a handoff to Ballou once again with nowhere to go, tackled by a few defensive linemen by Lee Summit West. So that's going to set up a 3rd and 4 now for the Staley Falcons. It's been an interesting drive. Just seems like that injury timeout, the quick first down, the hurry up after the injury timeout. So they find themselves fastly at a 3rd and 4, down by 21. A far road game for Staley, around an hour drive to Lee Summit West. Definitely want to come down here and get a win, but find themselves trailing. Shanks will throw it deep and's got a man open. That's going to be caught, spinning out of the first tackle and then brought down. Shanks is able to connect with Kavion Roberts, excuse me. So Roberts with his 2nd catch of the game. They'll hurry up. Shanks will send the tight end in motion. It's going to be Berg. It's going to be a handoff to Ballou once again, and he's going to be met by a DN and thrown down. That's number 29, Anthony Kinney. The right end getting the tackle there. Shanks is yelling loudly at his offense, as we can hear him all the way up in the booth trying to get the play call into his offense as they were trying to speed things up. It's going to be another handoff, trying to find anywhere to go. Getting to around the 40-yard line is Nick Ballou. Third and 3 now for Staley. It seems like what we've talked about it, they like to hurry up 1st and 2nd down and then slow things down on 3rd down to make sure things are right. They're going to go 3 receivers to the left. It's going to be Andrew Genova offset in the slot, not on the line of scrimmage. Ballou will line up right behind Shanks. Shanks is going to keep it himself and just nowhere to go, but runs over a Titans defender. And this is going to be close. What looked like was going to be brought down in the backfield by A.J. Fain, but able to run over the impressive linebacker for the Titans. You don't see him get ran over or miss tackles very often. So it's going to be close to the line of gain. 4th and 1 is what the officials have it marked. You believe Staley will go for it. The 38-yard line, facing a 4th and 1, down by 21. A really important play in this game if the Falcons want to get back into the football game. 2 receivers to the left. They're going to go double tight ends here. It's going to be a handoff to Ballou up the middle, who's got enough space to break it to the right and looked like he could have got a lot more but tripped up. It will be good enough for a Staley first down, but there is a flag down on those short yardage plays. You never like to see that if you're a Falcons fan, as these more often than not will result in a holding call against Staley, but we'll see what the officials have it as. And that is exactly what the call is going to be. So it's going to be holding on Staley, so erase the 4th and 1 and move them backwards. Not what you wanted if you are a Staley fan, as the Falcons will have an even tougher fourth down and a big decision to make here if they still want to go for it, as they'll be facing So actually, as I recap here, I believe there's also a penalty, as I missed here, on the Titans as well, possibly. The chains still haven't moved. Okay, never mind. Now here they go. So, multiple penalties, I think, against Staley, but they're going to move them up. It's going to be 4th and 6 now for the Falcons, as they will hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of time on the play clock as it runs down at 22 now. Shanks tries to get him to jump off sides. We'll see if they go for a timeout here to talk about it. Titans sowing pressure as those linebackers walk up to the line of scrimmage, and they're going to send him. Fain steps up in the pocket, will take off, run over a man, and then reach forward near the first down. Does he have enough for it? As it looks like the left line judge is going to give him the first down. There's another player down here in the backfield for the Titans. Not sure. We'll try to make out the number on that. Hate to see it. A lot of players going down in this game, but recapping that 4th and 1. TJ Shanks called his own number on the quarterback keeper running to the right. Was met by, was a drop back pass and then took off running to the right under pressure as the Titans did send a blitz. Shanks didn't look like he had anywhere to go, but ran through a couple of guys, reaching forward and getting the first down on 4th and 1. As it's A.J. Fain is the injured linebacker for the Titans. He was able to get up and walk off the field. I hope he's okay. One of the leading tacklers for this Titans defense, the 5'10", 180-pound senior. So T.J. Shanks will take his Falcons offense back out onto the field, getting a little bit of momentum after the huge 4th and 6 completion. It was a 4th and 1. They got it. Called back for a holding. 4th and 6 and still got it. So overcoming some obstacles here in the second half. It's going to be a handoff to Baloo once again, working to the right. And he's going to cut back behind his tackle and try to find a lane, but nothing's there. It'll be a pickup of around 4 yards as another flag is down. I feel like I announcer jinxed this one near the end of the first half. There was a really clean game through first quarter and into the late minutes of the second quarter. It got a little chippy with the flags, and now opening up in the third quarter with 5 minutes now to go here in the third. We've seen a lot of penalties. So this game getting a little bit sloppier on each side of the field. We'll see what the penalty is on this. It was a 1st and 10 run to Baloo up the middle, who only gained a handful of yards, maybe 2 or 3 yards. Looks like this is going to be against Staley as they're already walking backwards. The personal foul against the Falcons will move them back. So they're just continuing to hurt themselves on this drive. You're down by 21. You need to find a touchdown here, but you continue to get penalties after penalties and pushing yourself back, making it a very difficult drive for the Falcons to find points, as now they're going to be facing a 1st and around 20. So now if you're Coach Drew Hudgens, you're going to have to get creative here with what you want your team to do facing a 1st and 22. Not a particular position you want to be in. They're going to go 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Receiver gets further out into the slot. Fain will hand it off on the HB. It's going to be a running back draw, but nowhere to go. And he is going to lose more yardage as this drive is now moving backwards for the Falcons. T.J. Shanks looked like he was looking downfield, had 4 receivers running routes for him, but it was a design draw play for Baloo, who had nowhere to go. Good to see A.J. Fain checking back in, the former injured player for the Titans just a few plays ago, is already back in the game. So 2nd and 26 now for the Falcons, and there's just not a lot of plays in your playbook at the high school level to pick up 27 yards consistently. Still 2 plays to do it, though. Another thing to note, they are down 21, but Dallas Frudenberg, the kicker for Staley, was hitting from about 30-35 yards in pregame. So possibly if they could get some of these yards back, they could attempt a long field goal, but it would be a long one for Staley. And that would only cut the lead then to 18. So a lot to talk about here for this 2nd and 27. As the white hat will resume play and get the clock rolling again as we are running down under 5 minutes to go into third quarter. The Falcons want to find a way back into this game. It's going to have to happen on this drive. They're going to go 5 wide. Shanks is going to look downfield and throw it. It's going to be caught near the 40 and tackled down at the 30 for the Falcons. It's going to be Roberts, number 18, with the catch. On a 2nd and 27, they're able to pick back up almost all of it, and now they're facing a 3rd and 5, a 3rd and reasonable 5 after a 2nd 27. So they'll hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Shanks will throw, and he's got his man open in the seam for another pass. Completed and caught by the Falcons. They're going to hurry things up once again as they have this Titans defense on their heels. Maybe a little shell-shocked after giving up a first down when it was 2nd and 27, but picking it up. Shanks dropping back once again, trying to find a man open, and he's got him. Touchdown, Falcons. So 3 plays in a matter of 30 seconds, and the Falcons have a touchdown, really speeding things up there. TJ Shanks really just taking over on that drive. Kavion Roberts with the touchdown catch for the Falcons there. They just kept things 5 wide, stayed in their hurry up. The Titans defense didn't have any time to react or change to the formation. When they first came out before running the hurry up, as the extra point is up and it is good, now making the score 35-21. We're going to take a quick break here on 810varsity.com and be right back after this word from the sponsors.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the points.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, 'cause it all gives you more with Whataburger rewards.
Welcome back to Titans Stadium. Lee Summit West is all set to return the kickoff. Now leading only 35-21 after the Falcons' touchdown. As the kick is up, and it's an onside kick, but quickly fielded by the Titans. Staley trying to get a little fancy there, getting the ball back, but a really impressive play by Ronnie Toombs, the linebacker, on special teams, being able to field that right off the kick. It almost looked like the kick was meant to go right to him. But so an unsuccessful onside kick try there from the Falcons will set the Titans up by 14 still with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter at the 50-yard line. The Titans offense has been humming in this second half. We'll see if they're able to find another touchdown and possibly put this game on ice the way they've been moving on offense. Edwards takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Duncan. Tried to bounce back left, but nowhere to go. So he's going to be brought down by Kellen Vega, the defensive tackle, number 99. So Edwards getting the play call in. Duncan remains in the game to the right of Edwards. Edwards looks like there might be a motion here, telling his receiver to go further out. Yep, here comes the motion. And a flag down. Looks like there might be an illegal motion on the Titans. So they're going to be moving backwards here. It was an interesting thing. You can see Edwards was looking to the right. Looks like he was trying to tell Sims something, but then Chris Harris goes in motion. And then there the flag results on the illegal motion. So now 2nd and 16 for the Titans. Same play call as before. This time Sims lined off the line of scrimmage. Edwards is going to throw it, and that's going to be tipped. Was trying to get the ball. So I believe Sims, but it was tipped by the linebacker, Carter Lewis, number 6'4", Staley, able to get his hands on that one and knock it down. Excuse me, that was Joe Samble, who was not able to knock that one down. So 3rd and 16, the Staley defense with a huge opportunity to get a stop. Only down now by 14 and get back into this game. Still plenty of time. Looking at 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Sims is going to roll out or move to the right, and that's the way Edwards is going to head. He's going to launch it deep downfield. That's going to be caught on the sideline by the Titans. Dawson Edwards rolling out right. Sims went in motion right before pre-snap. And then Edwards, with ease, launches it 50 yards downfield, and it was caught by Chris Harris, who's having a massive night tonight. Over 150 receiving yards for Chris Harris so far in this game. Harris, going back to the Philly special play ran earlier, had a passing touchdown. The drive ago, he had a receiving touchdown. And he's continuing to get more receiving yards in this game. So Titans will get up. Harris in motion. There'll be a jet sweep end around, triple option back to Sims, working to the left. A lot of space to go. Just got the corner, and he will stroll in for a Titans touchdown. But there is a flag down, so hold everything. About the 3rd or 4th time we've seen the Titans go to that triple option, the double jet sweep, if you will. But the flag might erase all of it. As you can hear, the Staley fans now chanting, "You can't do that," the classic fan chant after a penalty. Will move the Titans back and erase a touchdown. Would have been Tavion Sims with around a 15-yard touchdown on the triple option. Not to be. So 1st and 15, but this Titans offense all night tonight has been overcoming penalties. Really, both these offenses have overcame any penalty they've had. Edwards telling Ben Wooden to run out to the top. So Wooden's going to go to the top of your screen all alone. 3 receivers to the right. Drop back Edwards. He's going to step up and try to run, but nowhere to go, and he's going to be brought down just behind the line of scrimmage. So that's going to make it 2nd and around 16 now for the Titans. Dawson Edwards was taken down by Tyson Kraft, number 11 for the Falcons. Excuse me, number 91, the 6'1", defensive end, Grace, the senior. Getting the credited with the sack. Only a 1-yard sack, but they count all the same. Snipes checks in. Dawson Edwards looks his way and then goes back to Ben Wooden, who I'm not even sure brought that one in. He did. They'll say he had a catch. Looks like he bobbled it there. Ben Wooden hasn't been super involved in the game plan tonight. It's been a lot of Tavion Sims, Alexander Duncan, and Chris Harris. So Ben Wooden with one of the first receptions in this game for him, trying to get him going on the double screen. But a short gain of around 1 yard will set up a 3rd and now around, I think, 3rd and 16 here for the Titans. So not even a yard on the bubble screen to Wood. Edwards takes the snap, rolls out right, looking downfield, has Snipe as his dump-off man, and launches it deep to the end zone. And caught for a touchdown. I didn't think that one was going to be caught. It was a low pass. We'll see who it was. That was Tavion Sims with the receiving touchdown. It was hard to make out in the far side of the field here from the booth. Sims able to haul it in for a Titans touchdown. So once again, able to find the end zone on 3rd and forever for the Titans. Like I said, both these teams have been able to overcome all the penalties that have been thrown their way. There's trouble with the extra point here, and it will be blocked by the Falcons, so no good on the PAT. We'll leave the score Titans 41, Falcons 21. So the Falcons trailing by 20, and we'll be right back after this break.
At Price Chopper, we're always chopping prices. Just like we're always making it easier to grab already prepped fruits and veggies so you can have more time for the important things. For us, making sure we provide you with fresh produce at low prices is our priority, so you can rest easy knowing you're getting delicious, triple-inspected produce that's fresh and affordable, no matter the season. For freshness, selection, and low prices, Kansas City knows. Price Chopper.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium. It was Dawson Edwards connecting with Tavion Sims, a drive ago for the touchdown. It was a low pass from Edwards. It didn't look like it was even going to make it to Sims, and Sims was able to dive and catch that one right above the ground. This will be returned by the Falcons and out to the 30, roughly the 34-yard line is where the Falcons will take over. But back to that touchdown pass, it was hard to even make out from the booth if Sims was able to haul that one in, but the side judge was right there and saw it happen right in front of him and instantly indicated a touchdown. So the Titans, with one of their best offensive performance, if not their best offensive performance of the entire season, now find themselves leading by 20. 41 points is the most points the Titans have put up the entire season, so a really good night as we're finally kind of seeing this Titans offense. They've had a lot of weapons on it. We talk about it like Alexander Duncan, Tavion Sims, and all his speed. Chris Harris has showed at times he is the number one receiver on this team. Even Ben Wooden has had good games. And Staley's going to take a deep throw downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. Didn't think that. TJ Shanks had a lot of time in the backfield on a drop back and launched it downfield, trying to connect with his favorite target, Andrew Genova, who had got by his man in one-on-one coverage, but is not able to haul it in off of his hands. Could have been a huge play for the Falcons. Would have gave them the ball around the Titan 30-yard line, but not to be. Like I was talking about, though, this Titans offense really seems like it's finally kind of came into its own. All these weapons it's had all season long, finally having it all come together in this game. Staley will take the drop back. It's going to be Shanks throwing downfield and incomplete, just kind of splitting the difference between a few of his receivers, and it will hit the ground. It's going to make it 3rd and 10 now for Staley. With under a minute now to go in the third quarter and trailing by 20, the Falcons are going to have to find something here. They want to get back in this game. I know I said that just a drive ago and they were able to answer, and they did get back in this game, but a quick answer back from the Titans, as this really has been an offensive game. Shanks will drop back, making the first man miss. Throw downfield, he's got a man open. It's going to be caught at the 50. Makes a man miss to the 40, to the 30, being chased down from behind and tackled at the 15-yard line. TJ Shanks able to sit in the pocket under pressure and connect with his target, Tyson Kraft, with a huge play there. So quick drop back here and over the head of his intended receiver. Shanks trying to go to Genova. So Staley's offense will hurry up here. 2nd and 10 now. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Shanks will look downfield and go to the right corner of the end zone again. It's going to be turned around and caught. Touchdown, Falcons. As both of these offenses are firing at will and scoring just as fast as each other. That'll make the score now 27 for the Falcons. Still down 41-27, but they continue to find ways to keep themselves in this game. So a big touchdown there for the Falcons. A great pass there by TJ Shanks. And the extra point is up, and it is good, making your score Titans 41, Falcons 28 in this offensive explosion of a game. We're going to take a quick break and be right back after this on 810varsity.com.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the point.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, 'cause it all gives you more with Whataburger Rewards.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium as the Falcons are able to answer back-to-back with touchdowns. And now the Titans will receive the ball and return it to the 20-yard line, not quite to the 15. A great return coverage by the Falcons. On the touchdown catch, it was Micah Hibbard, the wide receiver, number 24. Couldn't quite make it out before we went to break there, but want to give him his props. It was a good touchdown, working in the slot and able to come back to the ball for a Staley touchdown. So the Titans have scored twice and the Falcons have answered twice, but they really need their defense to get a stop. This is kind of reminiscent to a week ago. Looking at the stats, you kind of saw that in the game for Staley last week against Liberty North, they had decent offensive numbers, but their defense couldn't get a stop as they fell in that game 54-28. Here we are again. The offense has put up 28 points, but the defense has allowed 41. So they're really relying on their defense to try to get them a stop to allow them to give them a chance to get back in this one. But this Titans offense has been moving with will, as it will be a handoff up the middle to Alexander Duncan, who's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And that should all but end the third quarter and send us to the fourth. We'll see here. We're down to 10 seconds now to go. But the Titans will hurry up and try to get one more play call here on 2nd and 10 before the end of the third quarter. Sims comes in motion. Edwards tries to get them to jump off sides, and then now I think he will take it to the fourth quarter. So the end of the third quarter, Titans on top, 41-28 over the Falcons. A 2nd and 10 when we get back here after this quick break and word from our sponsors.
At Price Chopper, we're always chopping prices. Just like we're always making it easier to grab already prepped fruits and veggies so you can have more time for the important things. For us, making sure we provide you with fresh produce at low prices is our priority, so you can rest easy knowing you're getting delicious, triple-inspected produce that's fresh and affordable, no matter the season. For freshness, selection, and low prices, Kansas City knows. Price Chopper.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium. Out of the timeout, the Titans are facing a 2nd and 10 from their own 15-yard line. They're on top 41-28, trying to put this game away now with only 12 minutes to go here at the beginning of the fourth quarter. As the crowd has been singing Sweet Caroline this entire break. It's one of those songs you can put on and everyone knows. It is a good Friday night here at Titan Stadium. We just passed 9 o'clock. The Titans are all ready to go and trying to get back-to-back wins for the first time this season. Edwards behind the center will hand it off, fake the handoff to Duncan, and look downfield and have a man open. It's going to be caught and drug out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It's number 22. It's going to be Tavion Sims once again. As the three-headed monster of this offense all night has been Alexander Duncan, Tavion Sims, and Chris Harris, with also respect to Dawson Edwards, the quarterback, at the helm of it all. Titans will get the play in. They're going to go 3 receivers to the left for Edwards. Duncan lined up behind him. It's going to be a fake handoff, and it's going to be a low pass. Trying to go to the quick bubble screen. Intended receiver there was Chris Harris, but it was a low and on the ground. That will skip into him and be called incomplete and set up 2nd and 13. It was actually caught, so it was caught for a loss of 3 there. He would have been better to let it hit the ground. But one thing we've learned tonight is Chris Harris just seems to catch anything and everything that's thrown at him. So an impressive catch there by him to even haul that one in. So 2nd and 13 now for the Titans. Edwards all alone in the backfield will take the snap and roll outright. Looking downfield and throwing. And it's going to be caught at the 40-yard line by Tavion Sims once again. Setting up for a 3rd and around 5 yards to go for the Titans. As there is an injured player down for the Falcons, as the Titans training staff is quick to respond to the downed player. Hoping he's okay with this injury. We're going to take a quick break and hear from our ads. We'll be right back on 810varsity.com.
What's up, Auntie? Did you get the basketball shoes I need for tryouts this weekend?
Oh, dude,
It's okay.
I'm not going to be able to make it to Dick's this week.
You can just click on Dix.com.
Dicks.com. Dicks.com.
Hi, welcome to Dix.com.
Wow, they're beautiful.
Let's go shopping.
Are you kidding me? I'm in ball heaven. I like you. Look at all these cups. I really like you. I don't even live near water.
Whoa, these arrived so fast.
I know, right? You're about to get posterized. I'm going to shatter that glass.
Let's go.
Dick.com. Dad, don't forget about my new cleats.
Sweetie, I can't make it to Dick's this week.
Have you heard of Dix.com?
Have I heard of Dick's.com?
Welcome back to Titan Stadium on a 3rd and 4. Miller Sipes was the injured Falcons player who was able to walk off the field under his own power. So hoping he's okay. So Titans facing a big 3rd and 4. We'll take the snap and fake the throw. It's going to be a handoff behind his back to Snipe, but nowhere to go, and a flag is down too. As Snipes went for a ride there, getting hit from multiple angles. That play was blown up by the Falcons. One thing I will say to the Falcons, a week ago they really struggled stopping the run, giving up over 300 rushing yards. This week they have been improved against the run, but still have not made the stops when they've needed to. So a big 3rd down that they did get to stop, and we'll see what the penalty is. Holding against the Titans. So this will go in the favor of the Falcons, but they will obviously go ahead and decline the penalty as expected, setting up a 4th and 4 now for the Titans. And Coach Horn says we're keeping the offense out there as Dawson Edwards is still on the field. So 4th and 4 on their own 40-yard line, and they're going to get Staley to jump on 4th and 4. That is not what you wanted. Staley jumps, and that is going to be an automatic 1st down for the Titans. Really tough break there for the Falcons. You know, you got the 3rd and 4, you make the tackle, there's a holding against the Titans, everything's great. You have the option to accept it, and it would have been 3rd and 9, or decline it and make it 4th and 4. Well, you decline it because you're thinking, hey, maybe they'll punt it. Titans decide to go for it, and then they get you to jump off sides for the 1st down anyways. So a really tough break there as this drive will continue, and the clock will continue to run. They're down to 10:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. Sims will come in motion on the jet sweep, and he'll take it, getting to the back to the line of scrimmage to the 50, and then shoved out of bounds near the 40, I'd say the 44, 43-yard line. We'll see where they mark him. 47-yard line. That should be 2nd and around 3, but the chains still haven't moved yet. As there's another flag down. I couldn't see it. The officials had huddled around the flag. But, yeah, holding against the Titans, so that erases the 8-yard jet sweep from Tavion Sims. Sims having an impressive night along with his counterpart, Chris Harris. But another penalty As this second half has been riddled with penalties for both teams, constantly facing 3rd and longs, 1st and longs, and it will be a 1st and 20 now for the Titans. So after they get the Falcons to jump off sides on the 4th and 4, giving themselves an automatic 1st down, they go backwards with the penalty of their own. And another flag before this play even gets going, as the officials are not letting them play on, as you would say. It's going to be a false start against the Titans, as they will move back even further now on this 1st down. They're down to 10:13 to go in the 4th quarter. 1st and 25 now for Dawson Edwards and his offense. Two receivers to the right, one running back in the backfield. Edwards is going to hike it and roll out to his right, feeling pressure, and he's going to be thrown down, throwing the ball last second here. We'll see if they will say he was down already. He was out of the tackle box. They're going to get him for intentional grounding. He was out of the tackle box, but no receiver in the area, just throwing it to avoid the sack, intentional grounding. So that's going to be a loss of down and a penalty. So this is going to be now a 2nd around 35 for the Titans, if that is what they're calling the penalty for. And that is what they will get. They're going to get Dawson Edwards for intentional grounding, and the Titans continue to do what they've done the majority of this drive, and that is just walk backwards, racking up the penalties. You know, as a coach, you expect penalties early in the season, but now that you're getting down the stretch, both these teams with only a handful of games left in the season, maybe 2 or 3, depending on what you do in the playoffs, could be more. But you would hope at this time your teams are fairly disciplined, and that has just not been the case for either one of these teams in this game. A lot of sloppy penalties out of both teams, as now the Titans are facing a 2nd and 37. So you'd think they might just hand it off to Duncan here and try to get some yards back and keep the clock going as we're under 10 minutes to go in the 4th. Edwards will do a quick pass. It's going to be incomplete. Trying to go to Ben Wooden. And the man coverage was too tight, not able to get enough separation to haul that one in. So 3rd and long, and there will be a timeout taken, I believe. We'll see with the officials. Officials are going to stop the game and talk about something here. Not entirely sure what they're going to go over, as they're talking to the Titans. Something to do with the game clock, as they're going to go to the booth. They need to move the clock to 9:55. So it's 9:24 is what we have, or 9:25 is what the clock should be. So just a second off. We'll go back on the clock. The officials still are waiting for something to change at 9:45, not 25. So miscommunication there between the officials and the clock operator. So 9:45 to go as they'll get that sorted out here in the 4th quarter. Titans up 41-28. And another flag will come out, this time I believe against the Falcons. And they will get them for offside. So Titans working back some of their penalty yards, as these teams are really just playing penalty tug of war at the moment. We haven't had a play. We've had, I think, 5 or 4 plays in a row with penalties. The officials have been letting the flags fly. They need to tighten the string on their pants, I think, for this one, because the flag just keeps falling out. So 3rd and forever. It's going to be a jet sweep to Harris, who's going to get to the right or the left side, working to the 50, and then tackle down, to the 30, and then tackle down at the 32-yard line. So a 3rd and 32. He'll get back around 10 of it, setting up a 4th. So for the first time in this second half, we're going to see one of these teams punt it away. as the Staley defense finally able to get a stop with a lot of help from penalties. Will set them up. So Titans punting it for the first time in the second half. Staley's offense all but ready to return it. Another punt, not so good, but a friendly bounce for the Titans is going to hit it around the 45 and roll to the 31-yard line. And that is where Staley will take over. Staley only down by 13 with an opportunity to make this a one-score game and a game where the Titans have led by as much as 21 points. Staley has an opportunity to make this game interesting down the stretch. So TJ Shanks comes back out on the field. Receiver goes in motion and another flag. This time is going to go against Staley for a false start. Flag, tug of war, flag, tag, you can call it whatever you want, but at some point, the game's going to get going again. One receiver to the left, one to the right. Gianova goes in motion. Shanks drops back, looking downfield. Nothing there, will take off and get tackled from behind, but near the first down. Tackled after the penalty, after a gain about 10, but tackled awkwardly as a Titans player's helmet will come off. We'll have to check out for a play. As Staley will hurry up. Shanks drops back once again, looking downfield, sensing pressure, steps up once again and takes off. And he'll have enough for the first down after the slide. Smart play there. TJ Shanks getting hit kind of awkwardly. The play before says this time I think I'm just going to slide and avoid all that nonsense. The Falcons just kind of spreading things out, letting the receivers run downfield, and then Shanks will take off on his own. The Titans playing back, trying not to give up anything deep, but just letting Shanks run for almost 10 yards when he wants it. So 1st and 10, Shanks drop back once again. This time is going to get hit from the behind, and the ball's going to come out, and I believe the Titans are going to have it. It's still getting kicked around, though. No one has it yet. We'll see who has the ball. The Titans think they have it. Initially, after the fumble, I thought a Titans player jumped on it and should have been called down, but the ball popped out again as the officials have a lot to talk about here. As things are getting chippy here, too. Players are getting pushed around. Titans football after the fumble. TJ Shanks did what he's done on the two previous plays. Held the ball, dropped back, stepped up in the pocket, but this time, instead of taking off, stood there a little bit too long and got hit from behind. The ball pops out, and the Titans are able to capitalize. So the Titans leading 41-28, up by 13, and now we'll have the ball at the 45-yard line. You hate to see it as a Falcons fan. Your defense finally able to answer the call and get a stop, but this time the offense with a mistake, and the Titans are back out on the field. So up by 13 with about 8 minutes to go. You got to think here, take some time off of the clock and end with a touchdown would be all the Titans need to get a win here and improve their record to 3-4 on the season. Harris will come out in the quarterback position, the receiver, and keep it himself and run and get around a gain of 7 yards. Looked like he was going to be stopped a few times there, kind of just dancing with the defensive backs. Looked like Tyson Kraft was going to get him, but wasn't able to complete the tackle. Lee Summit West really pulling out some trick plays here. That was, like I said, Chris Harris lined up at the quarterback position and then took off to the right in the Wildcat. As what I anticipated, seems like it's happening. The Titans kind of taking their sweet time here, letting the clock run down, trying to take as much time off of this game with the lead, and it'll be handoff to Alexander Duncan, working up the middle, running over a man, making one man miss, and spinning for the first down. Well, near the first down, we'll see if they'll give it to him. It's got to be a close call here. Believes like they might call it 2nd and 1 to go. A second and less than 1 to go for the Titans. Harris will be at the bottom of the screen. Sims to the top. Alexander Duncan lined up behind Dawson Edwards. And there's going to be a timeout here taken by, I believe, the Titans. The Titans will take a timeout, and with that timeout, with under 7 minutes to go, the Titans lead 41-28. We're going to take a quick break and hear a word from our sponsors.
At Price Chopper, we're always chopping prices. Just like we're always making it easier to grab already prepped fruits and veggies so you can have more time for the important things. For us, making sure we provide you with fresh produce at low prices is our priority, so you can rest easy knowing you're getting delicious, triple-inspected produce that's fresh and affordable, no matter the season. For freshness, selection, and low prices, Kansas City knows. Price Chopper.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium, as Lee Summit West is trying to put the Falcons in the rearview mirror and send them home packing for an hour-long bus ride back to Staley with the loss. Up by 13 to go. Up by 13 with under 7 minutes to go. Looks like Chris Harris is going to come out in the Wildcat formation once again. Alexander Duncan lined up behind him. Dawson Edwards will line up far right at wide receiver, normally at quarterback. So it looks like Harris and Edwards switch positions. This time it's going to be a Harris keeper again, making the first man miss and just diving forward for the first down. So there's another flag down. Wouldn't be surprised if it was against the Titans. A lot of miscommunication, it looked like, pre-snap there. They've ran this formation a handful of times in this game so far, but you could see Dawson Edwards at the receiver's position at the bottom of your screen was saying something before the snap, and kind of, I don't know if he ever got set. So it'll move him back. Instead of a 2nd and short, it'll now be 2nd and 5 for Lee Summit West. As Edwards and Harris will switch positions back, as Harris will go back to receiver, Edwards back at his quarterback position, so your regular scheduled programming here for the Titans. It looks like Duncan behind Edwards will take the handoff up the middle, fighting near the first down, and I believe he will have enough for the first down on 2nd and 5. They'll move the chains just enough for a first down, so 1st and 10. Alexander Duncan balling his way forward for the first down. As the Titans taking their time, letting the clock run down. Sims will head all alone to the top of the screen. The Titans will stay in this heavy formation. Brendan Honey, number 45, the tight end, hasn't had a lot of action receiving in this game, but has been a huge part of this Titans run game with a lot of blocks. Another extra lineman will come in, and they'll hand it off to Duncan up the middle once again, fighting forward for a gain of around 7. Should lead to a 2nd and 3 now for the Titans. This is a formation have not seen out of the Titans a lot this season. They've really kind of just brought out in this game. I think Staley's struggled to run or stop the run so far this season. So if you're the Titans, Coach Horn, you kind of lean into that. Come out in a really strong run formation. So they go 2 receivers to the right. It's going to be Sims and Harris with Wooden up to the top left. Sims will come in motion, but it's going to be a handoff up the middle to Duncan, using Sims just as some eye candy. Close to the first down, but they're going to mark him short. Should lead to a 3rd and around 2 yards to go now for the Titans. They'll make it 3rd and 1, so even closer than I thought. As we are now going to be under 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. that fumble, the strip sack fumble, T.J. Shanks fumbling the ball away late in this game was definitely the icing on the cake for Lee Summit West. And this game had a chance to be right back in it, but the Titans defense answered the call with a huge fumble recovery after the sack fumble. Run up the middle here will be enough for a first down for the Titans, as we are now looking like the Titans are going to win this one. It'll be a 1st and goal now for Lee Summit West. It was Duncan with the carry again. As I think the Titans will probably, more than likely, just run the clock here and continue to run the ball forward. As they'll go back to their heavy formation, bringing in the extra lineman, number 95, will go to the left, as well as the tight end. And there's going to be a timeout now by Lee Summit West with 4:16 to go in the fourth quarter, up 41-28. And we'll be right back after this.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the point.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, 'cause it all gives you more with Whataburger Rewards.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium. So they're facing a 1st and goal up by 13, trying to put this game away. Edwards will line up a shotgun or single back with Edwards right, or Duncan right behind him. Expect a handoff. Bad snap, trouble with it from Edwards, who's just going to pick it up and then carry it himself, trying to fight forward. So a low snap to the right of Dawson Edwards, able to run back and recover it and then take it himself, but he's limping after and awkwardly tackled there, and he's going to go down. As Edwards is definitely in pain, not right. This is similar to what we saw earlier in the game. He was tackled awkwardly after a sack and came out of the game, but no one's going to question Dawson Edwards' toughness, as he wants to stay in this game, as he's struggling to even stay up, as coach is going to call him off. Dawson Edwards has given the Titans everything he's had tonight, putting them in prime position to win this game. But the backup quarterback is going to come in. I believe that is Nicholas Newblood, the senior quarterback, checking in for the Titans. Newblood has had a handful of opportunities to play this season, with Edwards being banged up a handful of times. At their last home game 2 weeks ago, Newblood played the entire second half when they lost to Lee Summit. Excuse me, Newbold. Not Newblood, my bad. So Nicholas Newbold, the quarterback, checks in. And checks right back out, as it looks like Dawson Edwards is back in the game. So Newbold doesn't even get one play before Edwards says, let me back in. So Titans will have a 2nd and goal now from around the 8-yard line. Dawson Edwards back in after limping around. Might have just been a stinger on his leg. He was having a hard time even standing, so it's so surprising to see him back in this game. But Duncan lined up behind him. I anticipate a handoff here. And that is going to be a draw to Duncan up the middle, bouncing it to the left and fighting forward with a handful of Staley linemen pulling on him. I believe that was Keegan Wink, the defensive end, number 44, getting the tackle there. on Dawson Edwards, as another player is going to go down with a cramp, and some good sportsmanship here, as it looks like that is Ben Wooden cramping, but it's the defensive back for Staley who is helping him stretch it out. So an injury timeout for a cramping Titans player. We're going to take a quick break here on 810varsity.com and be right back after this message from the sponsors.
What's up, Auntie? Did you get the basketball shoes I need for tryouts this weekend?
Oh, dude,
It's okay.
I'm not going to be able to make it to Dick's this week.
You can just click on Dix.com.
Dicks.com. Dicks.com.
Hi, welcome to Dix.com.
Wow, they're beautiful.
Let's go shopping.
Are you kidding me? I'm in ball heaven. I like you. Look at all these cups. I really like you. I don't even live near water.
Whoa, these arrived so fast.
I know, right? You're about to get posterized. I'm gonna shit out of that
Come on, let's go.
Dick's.com.
Dad, don't forget about my new cleats.
Sweetie, I can.
How does this place make pizza that does that? Honestly, no idea. But I'm gonna start looking into it one slice at a time. Buy one single topping pizza and get the second 50% off. It's not crazy. It's Casey's.
Kitchen feeling a little empty? How about your car? Go ahead, fill your cart or your tank. You're a chopper shopper. Chopper shoppers earn points every time they shop at Price Chopper. Then they can choose how to spend them. Select from free items in the Price Chopper app and load them onto your card. Or save on fuel at Quick Trip. Get 25 cents off per gallon for every 500 rewards points. Become a chopper shopper and start saving even more today.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium, as it was Brendan Honey, number 45, the tight end. We just talked about him being a huge asset for the Titans in this game, and the blocking game was the one that was cramping, able to check out of this game. So 3rd and goal now for Lee Summit West, as the more flags from the officials in this one, because I don't even know how many penalties we've had in this game, but this looks like week 1 football. It's going to be offsides against the Falcons. We've seen that a handful of times. The officials just doing their job, but there's been a lot of penalties in this one. So 3rd and even closer now, 3rd and around 3 instead of 8 to go for the Titans. And honestly, anything here other than an Alexander Duncan handoff I think would surprise me. But almost looks like this is definitely Duncan territory. 3rd and goal, around 2.5 yards to go for the Titans. Duncan lined up left of Edwards. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Duncan, actually fake the handoff, and then throw it right to Staley. What could have been a pick 6, but he couldn't corral it. But he still, they're going to say he caught it. He bobbled it at first. Dawson Edwards, it was a RPO there. I think he held it, let Edwards run by, and went to go throw the bubble screen and threw it right into the defensive back's stomach. R.J. Collins with the interception for Staley. Surprised it wasn't a pick 6. Titans getting, in a way, lucky there. I know it's hard to say that on the interception, but he hit him in the chest in stride. It would have been a chase down, but they wouldn't be taken over where they are if he could have stayed on his feet. Just lucky to haul that one in, though, for the interception. So, interesting play call there by the Titans results in an interception, and that puts Shanks' offense back out on the field. Has all time rolling right and throwing it. But this time he's going to throw an interception, and that's going to be a pick 6 for the Titans. Touchdown to Lee Summit West. So how do you like that? An interception right back to an interception. And this time there is a pick 6. Flags are flying, though. Just trying, not sure who got that interception there for Lee Summit West. Huge pick 6 there by the Titans. Might have been Amari Perkins, number 11, the senior with the pick 6. Couldn't make out the number, but he seemed to be the one getting the most high fives on the way back to the sideline. So we'll see if that's who it was. But a pick 6 for the Titans there, sealing this game an interesting way to get in the end zone there after the 3rd and goal, throwing a pick of your own, but then getting your defense, getting it right back. And a pick 6 is the answer. But the penalty on the play we talked about on that interception, return for a touchdown, will be assessed on the kickoff. So it was against the Titans, but Staley will put it against, it was after the play, probably unsportsmanlike conduct or something along those lines. So the extra point attempt for the Titans to extend their lead to 48. Currently still 47-28 Titans. This extra point is up, and it is good. So the score is 48-28, Lee Summit West. Up by 20 with under 2 minutes to go. Should all but end this game. It was a high-scoring game for the Titans. The most points they've put on the board all season long. And a really impressive showing for this offense, and especially Chris Harris, who's had a really solid receiving game. Staley will take the field here one last time for the kick return, getting the ball possibly for the last time this game. TJ Shanks with his 2nd interception of the game, this time a pick 6. A rough ending to TJ Shanks in this game. He had a solid game going, but those last 2 drives, obviously a sack, fumble, hit from behind, and then gets the ball back. His defense helps him with an interception of their own before Shanks goes on the field and throws it right back to the Titans, and the Titans house call it. So this game is ending a little strangely, but nonetheless, I think the outcome we've known since early in the second quarter for the most part will be the result of this game, and that's going to be a Lee Summit West Titans win. So Staley will stick with only 1 win on the season, but the Titans now improving their record to 3-4 on the season. There's still 2 games to go and trying to get back to 500 to end the season. The kick is off and away, so it was unsportsmanlike against Staley. That's why the kick was up at the 50, and it will harmlessly roll into the end zone for a touchback, and that is where Staley will take over. We'll see down by 20 with 1:44 to go what the game plan here is for Staley, if they're going to just drop back and throw it deep and hope for some kind of miracle to get back into this game, or if they'll just run it out. As the student section here, the cheerleaders and the dancers are all very happy with the outcome of this game for Lee Summit West, as Shanks will drop back, looking deep and launch it deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted as well. Another interception for the Titans. It was double coverage trying to get it to Andrew Genova, but intercepted by the Titans. 26, Jonathan Panto, the safety, the 5'9 junior for the Titans, coming up with the interception this time. And that should all but seal the game for the Titans. I expect them to just kind of come out here and take a knee and put this game on ice. So 1st and 10 for Lee Summit West now. Up by 20. Under 2 minutes to go. At their own 40-yard line. Should either just run the ball here with Duncan or take a knee and get out of here with an impressive offensive performance. And then down the stretch, three impressive plays by the Titans defense to end this game. A strip sack fumble, a pick 6, and then another interception. So 3 turnovers in a row for the Titans defense to end this game. So both sides of the ball ending on a high note here. So the Titans are going to take a timeout here, though. An interesting timeout with 1:30 to go, up by 20. Seems like they would just run the ball here, but want to get something sorted out. And with that timeout, we're going to take a quick break here and hear a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to Titan Stadium. As Lee Summit West added the timeout, looks like they're all set to go to finish this game. First and 10 on their own 40-yard line. As it looks like backups have checked in for Lee Summit West. A lot of the starters out of the game as this is all backups. Newbold, the quarterback, will hand it off. Trying to find anywhere to go and then tackled near the line of scrimmage. And Staley is going to take a timeout here with 1:20 to go. So we'll take a quick break and hear one last word from our sponsors before wrapping this game up.
At Price Chopper, we're always chopping prices. Just like we're always making it easier to grab already prepped fruits and veggies so you can have more time for the important things. For us, making sure we provide you with fresh produce at low prices is our priority, so you can rest easy knowing you're getting delicious, triple-inspected produce that's fresh and affordable, no matter the season. For freshness, selection, and low prices, Kansas City knows. Price Chopper.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium out of now the Staley timeout. So back-to-back timeouts from these teams. Really just making sure we end this game clean, I guess, with no penalties and no misunderstandings. Newbold will hand the ball off up the middle. A hard hit after a gain of about 6 for the Titans running back. As there is yet again another timeout for Staley, trying to stop this game and get back into it, I guess. Down by 20 with 1:13. I'm not sure I quite understand the game plan here, as they're going to have to draw up 20 plays in a minute, but their coach is not giving up, as he will continue to call timeouts until he has no more. And with that, we'll take a quick break and be right back after this.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the points.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Like your favorite Whataburger or whatever, 'cause it all gives you more with Whataburger rewards.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium, as it is a 3rd and 2 for Lee Summit West, up by 20. 2 yards away from putting this game on ice, and it looks like there's going to be a false start on Staley, as it draw another flag in this game. And that should be a first down for Lee Summit West, and now all they should have to do is take a knee, and this game should finally be over. It has been a long ending to this game with penalties and timeouts. But that should all but do it. Titans up 48-28. An impressive win from this Lee Summit West team, going back to just some of their triple option plays. My favorite, going back to the Philly special. And there it is. They call it the best play in all of football, the victory formation. As the Titans will take a knee and the clock will run. And we are finally under a minute to go here in the 4th quarter. Titans have to feel good about this home win. They haven't had the best season that they've looked for, obviously coming into this game with a record of 2-4. But nonetheless, back-to-back wins for the Titans, so things might be finally clicking for them late in the season. And get into the playoffs, this team could figure some things out offensively. And if they're scoring like this, they're going to be a tough team to stop and maybe be able to turn the season around. So that'll do it as the players will go and high-five and end this game. The Titans, 48, the Falcons, 28. And the next week, looking forward for both of these teams as this game ends, Lee Summit West has a really tough competition. If they want to get to 3 wins in a row, they have to go on the road at the #1 team in the Metro, Lee Summit North, the Broncos. #1 team, an 8-10 varsity.com's top 25. And for the Staley Falcons, after a loss to Liberty North, they will fall to the Titans this week and look forward to trying to get their season back on track and finding that second win of the season next week for the Falcons. So that should all but do it for this game. The final, Lee Summit West 48, Staley 28. Thanks for listening, and good night.